look kind of today, David?
Wait, let me see.
There you go.
That is a custom skin. Holy shit.
All right. Let's see this. Clearing down. Makes sense. I mean, it's singed. So actually, funny enough, there's a lot of times, actually, I said that, but a lot of times it's actually really common to path away from Singe just to, I mean, sorry, path towards him just to avoid this, because obviously level 1, level 2, he could do this, but if you do Blue Ground Wolves, then he can't because you'll be level 3 by then. So the way to fix this is obviously by doing A is just path towards the Singe, right? And B, it's, I think you could have just left earlier now. Let's see, boom this, and I just leave now, and then you'll Q finish them off.
Mhm.
Uh, And here, obviously, I think you can also just you just have to flash over a wall because Singe takes Ghost. He doesn't have Flash, right? He probably has Ghost TP, or if he has Flash Ghost. But I probably just have to walk here, flash over the wall, right? There's also a Blast Cone afterwards. So even if he flashes after you, you can just hit away. So I think it's just a lazy flash. Anytime someone has
Mhm.
as a Ghost, your flash goes over walls, theirs doesn't, right? That's about it.
Yeah.
And and this guy actually has Flash, but then again, if you flash over wall, you have Blast Plant. So it's a little lazy. And then so either A, you just instantly leave. B, you could do like a weird path and just don't. You could actually just technically you could do Raptors red to Raptors and just not do Krugs. This is it's a bit worse to do that. But or
I,
options
I,
C is just
I forgot they actually,
just leave earlier.
but they can do that.
Let me go back as well. I also the more important one is actually the biggest takeaway if you're gonna start red is don't smite red. Just save smite for Krugs, right? Just do red normally, level 1.
Oh.
Just don't kill it with smite. Just auto it, auto it, auto it, and then you'd smite this now. You know.
Mhm.
So that's another easy fix.
Okay.
Okay, we clear down. Doesn't look like the biggest deal. Since you use both as sums, when you get level 6, that guy should die. And we didn't get any other camps taken. Honestly, that's only bad if this Shaco took some of your bot camps, but he took nothing, so it's really not that bad. Full cleared down. Everything looks chill. One last prio. We can look to maybe pull dragon here soon. Mind, bot just died. But they're pretty low. You could go for a gank here, especially because you see. I know it's Warden, but you see Shaco. He's also low, and Yunara's low. So even if you're walking through the vision, they have to. No matter, it's one of those things where it's guaranteed going to be good. Because what's going to happen here? So you walk here. Honestly, if they stay and don't respect you, then you could go, for the kill or whatnot, or just go Q them and be annoying. And if these guys back up, then you could just go pull dragon. So you're kind of guaranteed, like, no
Mhm.
matter what happens here, you should get something. Because think about it, Thresh has to base. Yes? To like how he is.
Yeah.
Yonar has to base after he gets this wave in. Same reason. Shaco, same thing, has to base. So no matter what, all three of these guys have to base in the next 20 seconds. So if you just start dragon in 20 seconds, right when they base, you just basically guarantee dragon. Your Kai's is full HP, Robo is half HP, right? And they can't contest because they're too low. If they come, they'll just die. And in this case, all your camps are down, so it's like, oh, if we pull dragon, well, your top camps are up, then he can base and run to your raptors. It kind of sucks. But in this case, because your top camps are down for a long time because you just killed them, and they're all low, you should guarantee like get something here. I think you should pull this dragon probably like 20 seconds earlier, hitting this wave. You don't need to, like, at this
Mhm.
point, the wave won't crash. There's already, this many minutes in. Rumble will hold it and freeze it. Your job should be to walk it. The second they start basing, you should instantly start. Because if you start at, 15 seconds from now, then by then, the entire point of us doing it while they're in base won't apply because they'll just run back here. Um, Same thing with the guy who just skip the ward. Don't even hit the ward. The ward's gonna expire. If you look at it, the ward's gonna expire in 10 seconds, right? Like it's about to die. See how the white is the remaining. So literally skip the ward. I would skip crab, and I would just instantly pull it. If you pulled it 20 seconds ago, by now the dragon's already dead. And then you'll do crab after dragon, and then afterwards you'll recall, and then you'll open to your red buff. You know. So I think this is just you have to identify when you have an advantage, like tempo advantage, HP advantage, whatever you want to call
Mhm.
it, and use it. Here you're just slow on it. And now Shaco respawn, Thresh respawned, respawn, and now we're gonna be fucking. This is just a complete coin flip. Hopefully, they play it badly, and hopefully our teammates play it well. You know what I mean? It's just a complete fucking pray emoji moment. And they play it well, and my teammates play it badly, so you guys literally get not aced, but it's basically aced plus you lose dragon. So this is where the early game goes to shit. So I think it's just have to, again,
I want
recognizing advantage. You had an
my
advantage, you
team.
have to use it.
Yeah.
Eh,
I knew I
mhm.
wanted to back off, and then they said I should go in, take the Drake. So was that okay if my team supports me? Sure.
Say it one more
I
time.
knew I knew it was a bad call.
Mhm.
I wanted to go to my jungle, but my team pinged, so I was like, okay, maybe we could move if because I see Fizz can move and everybody else can.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it just yeah. I mean, they were here as long as they didn't move. Kaisa's here, Rumble's here. Um, Fizz is coming behind Zoe. He's slightly even like Zoe's first, but even then, like you guys lost the 3v3 before Zoe ever got here, right? So anytime you're going into a fight
Mhm.
that's even numbers, which is this is even, they have jungle 80 support versus jungle 80 support. Unless there's like a very clear advantage, like you're 2-0 or you're up like 2 levels, or you have like a first item. Unless there's like a very clear item or XP advantage, the fight's basically always going to be like coin flip, pure luck, right? So
Mhm.
the rule on objectives is basically you only want to put objectives if it's I say guaranteed, but when I say guaranteed, I just mean like 65% plus, like 65% chance you win it, 35% chance you lose.
Mhm.
Um, that's like it's just a clear advantage basically, right? In this fight, there is no
Yeah.
clear advantage. Um, mid lane didn't matter at all. And the only person that pinged that they're on their way is Rumble. Rumble's the only one that pinged that he wanted to fight. Gave 0 pings. So if Fizz like said he was gonna come and then he didn't come, then we could blame him. But Fizz never communicated. He never typed or pinged he was coming. The only person that gave you like confidence pings was Rumble, and he was here. Like he showed up. So I think you have to pull it when you have the advantage, and then when you lost the advantage,
Yeah.
it's fine. You just have to uh, just go to your camp like you said, and then you'll just do it on a different timer in the future.
Yeah.
Makes sense. And now we're obviously the game's not over, but it's a pretty bot lane's now completely losing, jungle's now completely losing.
Mhm.
Plus, we are down the first dragon, so it's definitely not in a good spot. Now we just need to farm back up. Um, and just catch back up in golden XP. This ends up going pretty well. Let's watch this. I normally wouldn't do this because again I have no clear advantage as before. Plus even now your ult's down. So now fuck the clear advantage. If anything, I see this as a clear disadvantage. I think the Singe just played it too fast. Let's say the Singe didn't just run in and die. 'Cause that's what he did. He just ran in and died. If he
Mhm.
played slower and waited for his Zoe to show up, I do not think you win this 3v3 with no ult. I think you're gonna be stuck in this pit, and Zoe's gonna throw a bubble, and whoever gets hit by bubble just dies. Because like this is basically a 2v3. Like Zoe wasn't even here, and this guy is quarter HP, half HP. These guys are full and full, right? So as long as Sins didn't really int, I think you guys get wiped here and the game's over. So even same logic. I mean, it worked out, so nice. But same logic as Dragon. I only want to pull objectives if there's a clear advantage. I do not see any clear advantage here from you guys. It's again
Mhm.
even numbers 3v3. You're weaker than Shaco. Fizz is weaker than Zoe. And you have no ult. And in this case, boom, once Zoe got here, boom, you guys all. He ended up dying, and then now you're low, or now you're scared to do Krugs because Shaco might invade you. So even just reinforces my point, right?
Mhm.
Um, okay, we're full clearing. We see Fizz go for dive tops. We take his bot camps. Beautiful. Good job. Base soon for Leandres. Leandres is 1300, I think. So your 3 bot camps should give it to you. And now with Leandres, you're somewhat strong. You're clearing up. You're
Mhm.
gonna base. Now you see this guy's pushing, so you spend some time to kill him. Nice. Now we should base. Oh, I guess we're hitting. That's I actually don't like. I don't mind this. You see Shaco died. You're gonna base, but then you see Shaco died. So if you see, obviously there's a death timer, and you have 3 grubs, so why not hit? I like this a
Yeah.
lot. This is a really good heads up play. If you didn't see you die, I assume you wouldn't do that. But since you saw you died, why not, right? There's no
Yeah.
risk.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like good. I mean, when you fall behind early, your only goal is to try to scrounge up as much gold and XP as possible, which is what you've been doing. So I think the way you got behind this game was bad, but I think the way you're
Mhm.
recovering is really good. Okay, let's watch this. Okay, you're up 2 levels, so this should be an easy fight. GP kills him, you E away, beautiful. Yeah, no good. I mean, you only won that 1v1 that hard because you're up 2 levels. So that's just a perfect example of when you farm your camps and his camps, you're
Yeah.
able to convert it. So that was really good. This sucks because you have no ult for 10 seconds and you're really ult dependent. But as long as you guys can stall, it's chill. You don't have to dive in. You could just poke. Funny enough, like people don't think of Diana as a poke champion, and she's not. But worst case scenario, Diana can always just throw Qs, while waiting for her shit to come up.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good. Now that you have ult, I think the way you're pinging like defense and no fight was made a lot of sense to me. The second your ult's up now, which just came up, now I would just repull. I would just pull this Herald. Fuck it. Zoe's
Mm-hmm.
bot 2, and Zoe's their second strongest member besides Yunara. So if I'm trade, and you obviously, I think you're good at. I mean, if you want to just not risk the fight because Yunara's the strongest member, I'm completely fine with it too. I just think that once my ult back up, and they also did get like decently chunked, right? Like Shaco got chunked to half and he ulted. Thresh got chunked to half and he ulted. Singe is half HP, so even though you might be like, oh, Yunara's nine kills, 2 items I don't want to fight here, I think it's fine just because Zoe's bot and she's Zoe's is way more important for
Mm-hmm.
their comp than Kai'Sa is for your comp, right? A, and B, half of them were half HP, and C, your ult came up, and your ult's good into Yunara.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I don't mind you just taking that over instead of resetting it, but I also don't mind you playing 3s. I think both are fine as long as you understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Um, so next we go bot, mid, get double kill. Now we pull the Herald. After this, we should just immediately base and play into Dragon, especially because we are pretty close to our Earthmaker. How did you die here?
Zoe bubble.
Yeah, I mean the second you Herald, I would just immediately base for Dragon. Like boom, get this, and straight to either run straight through Zoe or run straight through boxes. The longer we sit here, the worse,
Mm-hmm.
Once our GP walks one way, we should just walk
Mm-hmm.
with him. So if GP wants to base in the pit, I'm gonna go try to base with him. And if they try to come and cancel our bases, well then at least we're 2v2, right? Me and GP versus Zoe Shaco, that's fine. It's strength with numbers. So if he wants to run right, I'll run right. If he left, I'll run. If he bases here, fuck it, I'll base here too. Why not? Right?
Okay.
Not the worst. That you don't have a shutdown and you didn't burn your flash, so it's really not. As long as you're up for dragon, which you are, I don't really mind. Worst part about your death is that GP dies afterwards too, trying to fight with you. That's like the worst part. Your death doesn't actually matter too much. Okay, so our dragon on spawn looks good. Clear up. If you want to herald mid here soon, it's not bad. Hotgun's up in 20. Wait for item. This is good. Breaking Shaco ult is actually good. A lot of people ignore Shaco ult, but I'd rather kill Shaco ult on my terms than he kills it on his terms.
Yeah.
So this is good. Shaco dies. Now they can't do Otacon because they have no smite. The second Seiko dies, you no longer have to walk in. Because now, the second physical Shaco, they can't pull Otacon now, right? Because if they pull it and you just show up last second, you'll just flash smite it. So the second Shaco dies, the only way this can go badly now is if you walk in and die as well. Um,
Uh-huh.
so you just have to realize if Shaco is still alive, I think walking in makes some sense. Shaco dies. Alright, so honestly, you could just base on Vog War if you want. They'll never pull it because, again, same logic.
Mm-hmm.
And you even when you saw your panic here, you panic came here for a second, or was it right? Um, you pan your camera for a second, you saw that it wasn't. They didn't even pull it. Yeah, here. When you see this and you see they haven't even pulled it, and you have a ward on it, so you'll see if they pull it. Now you should just be looking to base. Like, okay, I have no stress. I have no worries. They aren't even on it. Shaco and Thresh are dead, so there's no way if they haven't pulled it already. There's no way they're gonna pull it now. So I could just
Mm-hmm.
base and I could just very calmly clear down. But now that you died, now there's no reason they can't pull it. Technically, they could just 2 mana right now, Zoe and Nara. Looks like they didn't, but there's no reason they can't. And it looks like they did end up getting it right. Oh no, they didn't. I don't know why, but I seen no reason why they couldn't do it right.
Mm-hmm.
um, so just understanding. Jungle is OP. When junglers dies, they just can't, or most likely won't pull objectives. So, see enemy jungle died. Play safe. And here, so enemy jungle's not dead, but it is. You do have number advantage. It's 45. You have all 5 people alive. Thresh died. So again, either A, pull it, or B, go to your camps, or C, just wait for dragon to spawn. Yeah, I know you got hit by a bubble you didn't see. I get it, but let's say there's no bubble here. Still, what's the plan? You know, we're not gonna. Even if you want to fight, I never want to fight. This is their control. You know this because it's full fog of war. We have
Mhm.
nothing. If we want to fight, it's always pull Otacon, force them to walk into our control, where we have vision of Tribush, where it's fog for them. Especially if that support died is actually one of the best. If people think like, oh, it's just the support dead, it's not a useful death. But a lot of times, when you kill the support, that means they have no vision. They have no way. Now they have no way to check Otacon HP, right? No way to throw wards at the wall, pink wards, they can't sweep this. So now this entire area,
Mhm.
Tribush, sweep, river, it becomes your control. So if you're ever, flash ulting on a immobile Zoe while in your full control, that's gonna go pretty well, right? So I don't think there's no reason to walk in. It's either A, just base for tier 3 mercs and then play for the dragon, or C, just pull the Otacon. There is no face check Krug Bush and try to force a random fight. You know,
Okay, okay.
makes sense because yeah, you guys get ace here, and then I assume you lose Otacon and dragon, and this is yeah you lost, and this is the turning point of the game I'd say. Because I think the game before that, I think the game was dead even. Like the game was actually going well. But when you
Mhm.
get ace, lose dragon, and lose Otacon, it's just too many stats. I think. Now I assume you guys lose this next Baron fight, and then the game just over, or what? GP gets caught, they pull Baron. You go first TO, you miss, you don't get it, and now the Nexus explodes. The game ends. Yeah. So no, I think to me your biggest mistakes this game was it was just these two fights, right? This Otacon you die for no reason, and there was a one fight, and then this was it there was obviously the first Dragon pull I think was really bad. After this, the game also
Mhm.
became fucking terrible for no reason. And then the grub fight ended up working, but even then it was a 1-for-1, and you saw it was still very risky and unnecessary.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A lot of these are like uh, uncharacteristic mistakes for you because usually you don't really take too many risks. But this game was just filled with risks. The first dragon was risky. This first grub was risky. Face checking here was risky. Like a lot of it's also like unnecessary, right? It's fine to do risky stuff when it's necessary. Like for example, if the game is 0 to 20, like you guys are getting fucking stomped, you have to do risky stuff because there is no such thing as guarantees when every lane's losing, right? But this game, your
Yeah.
lanes were somewhat fine, and you could just play normal, but you kept going for like risky stuff. Does that make sense? The only time this game I enjoyed your gameplay was when you went for the non-risky stuff, which was just the trading plays. Like when you just took his blue, took his gromp, took top tower. All of this was risk-free because you saw where Shaco was on the map. He was either dead or he was on
Mhm.
vision. Therefore, you always had number advantage. Ganking top, 2v1. Going for his top camps, 1v0 because he's not there, And this like little
Mhm.
segment from 10 minutes to 40 minutes was my favorite, and coincidentally, it was the only time this game you played like disciplined and with a structure. So,
Mhm.
any questions? Anything I didn't go over you want to talk about?
Not really. No.
All right.
Think I understand.